theta can vary from 0 to pi. Pi can vary from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, where r is measured from the center point of the coordinate system always. Theta is measured from the positive z-axis. Theta is always measured from positive z-axis. And pi, you know already, pi is always measured from the generally x-axis. Again, if your plane varies, if your horizontal plane may go up or may go down, depending on that, it is better to say pi is always measured from the x z plane. Pi is always measured from the x z plane. If you are in the upper portion, if you are in the bottom portion, it will be measured from x minus z plane. Okay, that is the idea. And again, in the last class we have seen the relation between the coordinate system, say between spherical coordinate system and rectangular or Cartesian coordinate system. Then say this is like this, the relation between spherical and rectangular coordinate system is like this. Okay, this is the relation. This is the relation between spherical and rectangular coordinate system. Please note down your x. Please note down this equation in your notes. Okay, if not already done. Your x depends on both r and theta and pi. Anyway, I will prove this. Okay, and your y depends on r, theta and pi, but the function differs. Okay, here it was cos pi, but here it is only sin pi. And again, in case of z, it is only depending on theta. It is independent of pi. It is independent of pi. Okay, we will take some examples. Okay, then we will try to prove this. Okay, please note down this equation in your notes. Then only it will be good. Now I will be going to the simulation to get a realistic idea about how you can easily remember this equation. Okay, these three equations, because somehow you have to remember this, because this is the basic relationship between the spherical and rectangular coordinate system. Okay, so now I will go to, say now I have already drawn here some sphere. Okay, already you know this is the x-axis. Okay, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis. Okay, this is z-axis. Please somebody tell me, suppose say first I am going to visualize say x point. Okay, r sin theta and cos phi. Please imagine now I am going to choose a point here exactly on the surface of the sphere, but that too in which axis, sir? I am going to choose a point, okay, that is in exactly x-axis, and also it is in the surface of the sphere. Now, can anybody tell me what is the relationship between x and r? Very quickly. I have chosen a point, new point, a point whose distance from the origin is x, okay, and also the radius, and exactly I have chosen the point on the surface of the sphere. Now, x, what is this point value, sir, in a rectangular coordinate system? How you can call some point on x? Say if the radius of the sphere is 2, then it is very much clear that you have chosen 2. Okay, in x-axis you have chosen 2. Then what is the value of y? Exactly you are in x-axis. That means what should be the value of y? 0 only. What should be the value of z? Anybody? 0 only, because you are exactly only in the x-axis. Okay, that too your x equal to 2 is equal to what, sir? R is equal to 2. Then please note down that equation. Okay, what is that equation is saying? X is equal to r sin theta and cos pi. Okay, now what you are telling, x and r is equal. Okay, r is equal to 2, that is your x. Okay, in this coordinate system, because you are exactly on the x-axis. Okay, then in this case, what is theta, sir? See, I have chosen a point. For that point, what is theta? Anybody? I have chosen a point x here. For this point, what is theta? Somebody please give me answer. I have chosen a point on the x-axis. Yes, 90 degree. Okay. Why? You have to measure the angle from the z-axis. You have to measure the angle from the z-axis. So it is 90 degree. Then please somebody tell me what is the pi value? What is the pi value? Pi means what, sir? Always angle measurement from the
0.
x-axis or is x-z plane. So what is your pi? Your pi is 0. Okay, you are exactly on that line only, on that plane only. So your pi is 0. Okay, you please, you know what is pi now, you know what is theta. If you substitute, are you getting x is equal to r? Anybody? What is the equation saying? X is equal to c. Now we have found out what is, I have chosen a point. For that particular point, I have found out what is 90 degree, sorry, what is theta and what is pi. If I substitute that value here, if I substitute this value here, okay, what I have found out, theta is equal to 90 degree, theta is equal to 90 degree, theta is equal to 90 degree, and pi is equal to 0 degree. What was my point? My point was x equal to r 0 comma 0. Okay, again in this case x is equal to what, sir? R itself 0 0. Okay, now what happens? Sine 90 degree, sine 90 degree is 1, cos pi is, cos 0 is 1. That's why you are getting r is equal to x, x is equal to r. Then what happens? Next equation, r sine theta and sine phi, r sine theta and sine pi. What is sine theta? Sine 90 degree is 1, but sine phi is 0. That's why you are getting y is equal to 0. R cos theta, theta value is 90 degree. Cos 90 degree, what, sir? 0. Okay, with some kind of intuitive understanding, you can directly write this equation. You can directly write this equation. What is the idea? My x is equal to r. So what is it? What is the idea? When I choose a point exactly on the x-axis, my x has to be equal to r. It is independent. Okay, and again the for that particular point, what is theta? Okay, what is theta? Theta is 90 degree and pi is 0 degree. Okay, to satisfy that only I am putting what? Sine theta and cos phi, sine theta and cos phi. This is the simple way to remember. Okay, please remember always your value depends on theta and pi. Your value depends on theta and pi. You have chosen some point. Okay, for that point, what is the theta and what is the pi? Okay, that is the idea. So like this, you can simply remember this formula. Okay, next for y. Next for y, okay, for y, where you will choose the points, or anybody? For y axis, okay, for y, see, my point is here. Say here itself I can show. My point comes here. Definitely, suppose this is a surface of the sphere. I am choosing the point here. Once if I choose the point exactly on the y axis, what will be my value? Anybody? 0 comma y comma 0. Okay, then what will be the value of y? That will be exactly the radius of the circle, 0 or 0, 0 or 0. Okay, now my point in, what is the, this is my point. Can anybody tell me what is the theta value of my point? What is the pi value of my point? Theta value of my point is 90 degree. Okay, because it is 90 degree from the z axis, and pi value is also 90 degree because this is 90 degree from the xz plane. So again both are 90 degree. Okay, both are 90 degree. Okay, then you look into this relationship. Y is equal to r. Anyway, y has to be r. Then what should be theta and pi? So sine theta, sine phi they given. Sine 90 degree is 1. Sine, again sine 90 degree. For theta also 90 degree. For pi also 90 degree. So definitely 1 into 1. So finally you are getting y is equal to r. Finally you are getting y is equal to r. Okay. Now I'm going to explain last situation. Say z equal to r cos theta. Okay, z equal to r cos theta. Again, can somebody tell me why it is independent of pi? Why it is independent of phi? Can somebody tell me this? See what I have to prove finally. I have to prove z equal to r cos theta, and the main thing is it is independent of phi. Why? Why? Anybody? See, please remember one thing. Your z will be always in this direction. Your z will be always in this direction. Where will be your pi, sir? Your pi will be always in this plane. It may be like this, it may be like this. But see, please remember, z axis and pi plane are exactly perpendicular to each other. Okay, z plane and pi planes are exactly perpendicular to each other. That's why when you are operating in z, that is independent of phi. That is independent of phi. It will have only relation with theta. Please note down, your z axis and pi planes are exactly perpendicular to each other. That is independent of each other. Exactly perpendicular to each other. Okay. So anyway, to show that, I will take some cone. Then you will understand why it is independent of pi. Okay. So we'll take a cone. Okay. Now I can choose. See, are you able to see that intersection of cone with sphere? That is like a circle. Of cone with sphere is like a circle. Okay. That intersection also you can see. Intersection is not coming. Please wait a bit. Yeah, I hope the intersection of these two is a circle. I can draw this. See, please. This is like a circle. It is going now. It's inside. This is outside. Okay. Intersection of these two is like a circle. Okay. Now, what is our idea? Okay. You choose any point. You choose any point on this circle. Okay. Again, you are in the outer surface area of the sphere. Okay. Intersection definitely will be in the outer surface area of the sphere. And again, you can choose any line. You can choose any line on that surface. Okay. Any line on that surface. That means what? You are having flexibility over 2 pi. You can choose any point. Okay. So please remember, once if I chosen one point here, once I am chosen one point here, what is the projection of this point to this axis? Already this is theta. Okay. What is the projection? It is simply r cos theta. What is the projection? Simply r cos theta. You choose anywhere. Okay. Okay. You choose anywhere, or otherwise you rotate this diagram. Okay. You can rotate this diagram. Okay. You can choose some other point. You can choose some other point. Still the projection will be what, sir? Z is equal to r cos theta. So it all depends on at how much angle your cone is. Okay. Or cos theta only. So suppose if your line is like this, again you have to project from here. So theta changes. So again Z changes. Okay. As the theta increases, Z will decrease. That is the nature of cos theta. Say, as theta increases, what happens, sir? Z will decrease. Suppose as theta decrease, so definitely that Z will increase. As theta decreases, Z will increase. That is the idea. Okay, sir. Are you all getting these points? How these are all interrelated? X and Y and Z. How it is related with R and theta and phi? Little bit. Yes. Once if you say yes, then I will go to the next concept. Are you, or otherwise you are having some confusion here? Are you all understanding how this is related? And I have taken a case in such a way that to prove that how theta and pi works in all cases. Okay, carefully I have chosen a point so that X is equal to R. then what should be theta and pi? Okay. Yes, anybody understood this point? Yes. Hello. Just give me some answer. Have you understood this or not?
Yes,
Relationship.
Sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
sir.
Yes. Okay. So next, um, next I will try to prove this. Say, when you increase R, the change in R is dr. When you change theta, the change in theta is R d theta. When you change pi, that is R sin theta pi. R sin theta d pi. Please remember, this is simply increase in length because just dr. This is like R d theta. That means what, sir? R d theta means what, sir? Arc length. R d theta means arc length. That is also a length, but that is arc length. And R sin theta, R is a number, and sin theta, sorry, R is a number, some meter. Sin theta is a number. So again, d phi. This is also a arc length. Okay. So this is also a arc length. This is also a arc length. This is simply a length, linear length. Okay. First case, simply length, and another case, arc length, and third case also arc length. Okay, that arc may be like anything, but most probably once if you change your R, your R dr will increase in this direction, because if it is a central point, radially it will increase. Once if we change theta, it will increase like this. This is the change in d theta. Once if we increase in d phi, this will increase in this direction. So again, there are some differences. I will write it very clearly here. You say, okay. So again, the dr means again your dr will be like this only, radially outwards. The distance increases radially outward. Okay, radially your line increases radially outwards. Okay, dr, change in dr will be like that. And again, change in theta. Once if we make change in theta, okay, once if we make change in theta, actually what happens, r d theta. Okay, change in theta gives you r d theta. See, d theta is always measured from this value. So you may be at some point, and again you may increase your angle. So finally what happens? Finally you are getting an arc like this. You will be getting an arc like this. Once if we make change in theta, the change will be like this. Again, once if we make change in phi, r sin theta d phi. So what is d phi, sir? Okay, what is d phi? D phi means the measurement from the x-axis. Our x is a plane. So now first case, now my pi was like this. If I increase like this, again the change will be like this. Okay, this is change in pi. Okay, so again you can say that this change will be something like this. Okay, arc length change. Now true, and please remember one thing. In all the cases, except this first one, the second theta is depending on what, sir? R as well as theta. Phi is, change in phi is depending on it depends on R as well as theta and phi. Okay, and again first one is independent of theta and pi. Okay, I will try to prove all this. Please note down. This is the first equation is independent of theta and pi. The second equation is independent of pi. The third equation depends on everything. Okay, the third equation depends on everything. I will just try to prove this, or because you should remember this always. Okay, to solve a surface or to solve a volume, okay, for a given sphere, you should always remember. Again, these concepts are very important in antenna theories. Okay, to find out the field of the antennas, where there we will be using a spherical coordinate system. So you should be very clear about these parameters. Okay, very clear. Okay, so first I will try to prove change in R gives you dr. Change in R gives you dr. See, change in R gives you dr. Here, please note down. This is independent of. Please note down in your notes. This is independent of phi and theta. This is independent of phi and theta. Okay, when you make a change in r, this is independent of pi and theta. I will quickly prove that. Okay, now already I am having, I'll delete this. Okay, first I will draw one sphere like this. Okay, now I'm going to draw another sphere. Already I am having one sphere. Now I'm going to increase my radius by a little bit. Hi, see, already I have taken a 2. Now I will be taking a 2.1 or 2.5. For the viewing to be clear, I will be taking 3 or 2.5. So let's see. Okay, and again I will change the color, or otherwise this itself is visible to you. I am having first my base sphere is, this is my base sphere. Sorry, screen is short, not shared to you. Okay, please wait. Yes, I hope now you will get the screen. See, already first I am having one sphere. Okay, say the sphere radius is 2. The radius of the sphere is 2. Now I will be drawing another sphere. That means what, sir? With the existing r, I am going to add some dr. Again, that I will choose at 2.5. 2.5. So what happens? I'm getting another sphere. Now, please somebody tell me what is the change here? Okay, as compared to the first sphere and the second sphere, you go anywhere on the sphere, you measure the change. You go here, you measure the change. You go here, you measure the change. You measure the change. Always the change will be the dr only. In this case, what is dr? Just 0.5. You go anywhere on the sphere, you measure the what is the increase in radial distance, what is the change in radial distance, that will be same. Okay, you go anywhere on the sphere, or otherwise you just rotate the sphere in any way you want. If you measure the distance, that is dr. That means what, sir? On a sphere, if you are going anywhere, means theta can be anything, pi can be anything. Okay, in the particular sphere, in the inner sphere, if you are going anywhere, means what is that meaning? Theta can be anything, pi can be anything. Again, you will observe only dr changes. Okay, that is the idea. That's why when you make change in r, that is simply dr. That is simply dr. It is independent of theta and pi. It is independent of theta and pi. Okay. Now, what is our next parameter? Theta. Now I will make change in theta. Now I will make change in theta. Okay. Again, to observe the change in theta, I have to introduce the cone. Okay, sir. Yes. I have to introduce one more cone. Okay. Wait, I will introduce one more cone here, because we have to observe the change in theta. Theta cone is giving you some theta. Again, to observe change in theta, you have to introduce one more cone. Yes. Again, are you all observing this? Little bit I will zoom. Okay. I hope it's visible to you now. First, in the first case, my theta was like this. In the first case, my theta was like this. Okay. I increased theta by little bit. So my new theta was like this. This is my new theta. Then what is the change in theta? Okay. I have changed some angle theta. Say that is d theta. But I have formed some arc. I have formed some arc. I'll draw it in black color. This is the arc length produced by my d theta. Okay, arc length d theta. Okay, so definitely the arc length depends on d theta, because once d theta increases, okay, if I increase d theta, then arc length will increase. Okay, but it also depends on r. It also depends on r. What is that meaning, sir? Instead of this sphere, if I have taken a sphere like this, Okay, if I have taken the sphere like this, what would have been my arc length? This will be my arc length. Okay, instead of bigger sphere, if I have taken a smaller sphere, my arc length will be lesser only. So my arc length depends on two factors. One, it depends on radius. Okay, if you are choosing a bigger sphere, you will get a larger arc length. And also, once if the sphere radius is fixed, by varying theta, you can vary the arc length. See here if the radius is fixed, by changing theta d theta, I can change the arc length value. I can change the arc length value. So finally, once if you vary theta, you will get a arc length r d theta. But again, one more thing you have to note down: it is independent of d phi. It is independent of d phi. What is that meaning, sir? It is independent of d phi. Okay, you can choose anywhere on that sphere. Say you can choose here also. What is the arc length? Same only. Okay, same arc length. Or otherwise, you can choose. You rotate the diagram. You rotate the diagram any way you want. You measure the arc length changes. Change in the arc length. It still will be same. That means what, sir? That is independent of phi. That is independent of phi. That's why when you make any change in theta, that will give you only r d theta. That will give you the arc length of r d theta. Okay, there will not be any pi component. There will not be any pi component. Okay, sir. Next, I am going to prove final things. Change in pi will give you r sin theta d phi. Change in phi will give you r sin theta d phi. For that, what I have to take? Anybody, any guess? To observe the change in pi? Yeah, plane. I have to take two plane. Wait a bit, wait. There's a mistake here. I'm not able to form the plane that is exactly at 45 degree. Wait. Now I can make. Actually, the plane has to exactly pass it through, but can somebody make that plane if you are in computer? Or otherwise, okay, I will choose a plane in 90 degree, then it will be okay, no problem. I will choose in 90 degree, okay. Okay, sir. I have formed two plane. Okay. So what I have done, I have made change in pi. Okay. In the first case here this plane is with pi 0 degree. This plane is with pi 90 degree. Now I am making an arc. How I am making arc? The arc may be like this or like this or like this. Okay. It's clear. Again, you have chosen a some sphere. You have fixed R. You have fixed R, and again you can choose any arc length. Which arc length you are choosing? It depends on what factor, sir? Anybody? Which arc length you are choosing? I can choose this arc length or this arc length. What is the difference? Anybody? Can anybody say that? It depends on which parameter, theta or phi or r. Anyway, r is already fixed. Wherever you go on the surface of the sphere, r is fixed. I can choose any arc length.
Theta.
Yeah, very good. That depends on what? Theta. You need a little bit of imagination that the particular arc you are choosing depends on what, sir? Theta. And please note down what is the theta. Theta will be lesser. Theta increases, then theta decreases, and theta goes to not zero, like 180 degree. Okay, your theta increases from 0 to 90 degree, then it goes from 90 degree to 180 degree. So what is observation? As theta increases, arc length increases. Okay, you are at some fixed r. Okay, you are at some fixed r. As theta increases, okay, your arc length increases. So what is the function? Once if you increase theta, the function value also will increase. Sin theta or cos theta? Anybody? As theta increases, function value has to increase. It is in sin theta or in cos theta?
Sin theta.
Answer.
Sin theta.
Sin theta. Sin theta. So that's why when you make a change in pi, okay, when you make a change in pi, anyway it is definitely going to depend on d pi. Once if we make more pi changes, more arc length will be created. And also it depends on another factor, sin theta, in which arc length you are choosing. Okay, which arc length you are choosing. And it depends on another parameter also, r also. Because instead of this sphere, you would have chosen a bigger sphere, then you will get a bigger arc length. You will get a bigger arc length. So it depends on r, sin theta, and d phi. Okay, as r increases, definitely arc length will increase. As d phi increases, arc length will increase. If sin theta are in a given sphere, if you increase theta, you can choose any arc length. So that's why the change in pi will give you r sin theta d phi. So for a clarity, I will choose a bigger circle of radius 3. Then you will understand with respect to r how the arc length is changing. Okay. I am going to choose a bigger sphere with a radius. Wait. With a radius 3. Are you all observing, sir? Change in arc. See, for a smaller sphere, the arc variation is like this. For a bigger sphere, the arc variation is like this. By keeping other parameter constant, if you increase r, still your arc length will increase. That is the idea of r sin theta and d phi. On a given sphere, if you change theta, then arc length will increase. Okay. And again, see, after 90 degree, it gradually decreases because that is the nature of sin theta. Okay, sin 90 is maximum. After 90, that function value gets decreased. Okay, r sin theta d phi. Okay, sir. Is it okay, everyone? I have just proved what is the. This is very important. That's why I'm insisting here. See, please finally note down. Change in r will give you dr. Change in theta will give you r d theta. Change in pi will give you r sin theta d pi. Yes, are you all okay with this changes? If yes, I will go to the next part, basics of vectors. Yes. Yes, okay. Can somebody tell me, delete this, say, if I choose a point, how will be my unit vectors? Because we have not discussed about unit vectors yet. Please wait to share the screen. Yes, sir. How will be, say, I have chosen some point here. Okay, some point on this sphere. How will be my unit vector? What will be the radius of, what will be the direction of ER cap? Definitely this will be the direction of ER cap. Definitely this will be the direction of ER cap. And can somebody tell me what will be the direction of, okay, direction of A phi, okay, A phi and A theta? Can somebody draw this? What will be the direction of A theta? No idea. See, my theta will be, what is the tangential? My theta will be going in this way.
I think it is perpendicular to AR. A theta.
Oh, okay, wait. Yes, sir.
So it's making angle with the axis. That is along.
Okay, I will draw.
Yes.
Just you try to verify. This is anyway AR cap direction. The tangential one. This is, say, A theta cap. Okay, A theta cap. And again, one more thing. In this case, A theta can be in any direction actually, because you have chosen exactly theta at 0 degree. That is the main problem. Once if you choose theta is equal to 0 degree, you can draw the tangential component in any way. Okay, it can be, or otherwise, if you have to draw it in the increasing direction, you can draw a 3-dimensional radius. In any way you can draw. Actually, that is the nature of A theta in this case. Okay, r comma theta comma pi. Then what is the direction of pi, sir? Anybody? What is the value of pi? What is the value of pi? If you have chosen some point on the z-axis, what is the value of pi? See, that particular point is in which axis, sir? XZ axis. Not, sir, XY plane, XZ axis only. That particular point is in which axis? XZ plane. That particular point I have chosen is in XZ plane. So, what is that value? It will have some
0.
R. Yeah, 0, 0 only. 0, 0. Okay. And again, please note down this theta. Theta is measured from the Z axis. That is also 0. And again, pi, what is pi value? Pi is also 0. So you should note down. Okay, or otherwise I will take some other case, then it will be better. Okay, now I am choosing a point here on exactly y-axis. On exactly y-axis. Now, what will be my radial vector? This is AR cap. This is AR cap. And my A phi cap will be going inside like this. This will be my A phi cap. Okay. And what is my theta? My theta will be going like this. Okay. Is it maintaining that rule, sir? One is going in this way,